2. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a natural hair video, and it is 5 natural hair tips for cold weather. If you want to know what they are, then please keep watching. Before we get started, I want to let you know that I have them here on my phone, and I put the benefits of each of these tips. So if I'm looking now, it's just because I'm reading what I have here. So jumping right in, the first natural hair tip for cold weather is pre-poo. Pre-poo is what it is before shampoo, and basically you can use this with conditioners or any type of penetrating oil. So grapeseed oil I know is a good one that actually works for me, and olive oil is a good one that works for me. And those are not as heavy as, say, castor oil. So try and stay with grapeseed oil, almond oil, thin oils that penetrate the shaft and aid into removing excess dirt on your scalp, rather than using castor oil, say, for pre-poo. With pre-poo, the moisture will be absorbed, making your hair soft, and it will also prevent breakage, and it prevents the hair from being stripped. Now, usually when I pre-poo, I usually go in with a shampoo, where others go in with a co-washing conditioner. This time around, my second big chop, I noticed that I need to use more shampoos rather than co-washing, because the conditioner tends to stay on my scalp or leave residue on my scalp, which causes buildup, which causes my scalp to be inflamed and irritated, and I get really thick patches of dandruff. So I tend to stay away from co-washes now. Pre-poos you can leave on for 15 to 30 minutes. I, however, have really dry hair, so I leave mine on for 30 to 45 minutes, just so I can get as much moisture into my strands as possible. Next natural tip for cold weather, natural hair tip for cold weather, is cleansing. This time around with my hair, I noticed that my hair reacts differently to co-wash, and my scalp reacts negatively to co-wash. Now I'm using shampoos that do have sulfate in them. You can use sulfate-free shampoos or creamy shampoos or conditioning shampoos. I use creamy shampoos that have sulfate in them, just because the creamy shampoos tend to add more moisture than like a clarifying, like a clear shampoo, sulfate shampoo, where they strip my hair completely, no matter how much shampoo pre-pooing that I do. So or conditioning shampoos. I've used a lot of conditioning shampoos, and I find that where they condition my hair, they don't cleanse my hair as clean as I would like. So I don't really bother with those anymore and stick to like creamy sulfate shampoos, because I get a win-win out of it. The benefits of cleansing your hair with any type of shampoo in the colder months is they're able to remove product buildup and let water in. The next natural tip for cold weather is deep conditioning. I cannot stress how important deep conditioning is, whether in the cold months or in the warmer months. Just deep conditioning all around across the board is major key. Deep conditioning is also the biggest part in retaining moisture, because your shaft is open and you're just packing your hair with moisture. It's hard for your hair to dry out. So the more moisture that you have in your hair, the longer and healthier your hair will remain. It corrects dryness, it improves elasticity, and that goes with, you know, the water and the products being packed into your hair. It closes the hair cuticles, which is also why you should rinse your hair. Even if you're just doing regular conditioning, you should rinse your hair with cold water, because that helps in keeping your hair shiny and keeping your hair shaft completely closed, so it doesn't dry out and become brittle and break off. You can leave them on for however long you want. For me, it ranges from 30 minutes to an hour, but now in the colder months I tend to leave them on for an hour, just because, like I said, my ends are really dry and the middle of my hair is extra dry. I try to, I just need constant moisture in my hair. So with deep conditioner, you can actually add an oil, which will add more moisture into your hair. If you're like me, you need all the moisture you can get. Adding oils is another aid into the products penetrating your hair and getting into your hair shaft quicker. Also, for maximum penetration, you can use indirect heat or steam. You can use a hot towel over if you put your hair in a plastic cap, you can use a hot towel, wrap your head in it, for a while, for a couple of minutes. You can sit underneath a dryer, you can use a steamer, or you can use like a blow dryer and just, you know, blow it over your head for a couple of minutes. The next natural hair tip for cold weather is leave-in. Leave-ins, you can switch to products. Where I have finer hair, in the summer I like to use thicker moisturizers, like creamier leave-ins, so my hair doesn't dry out from the heat and the sun. Whereas I use water-based, I don't want my hair to be weighed down. Water-based products are also good for getting into your shaft, stimulating hair growth. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. You can go for blended smoothie products. So like curl enhancing smoothie, you know, curling cream, stuff like that is good to add in the colder months. The last natural hair tip for cold weather is styling. Now this goes for protective styling, like, you know, braids or weaves or wigs are also good alternatives for maintaining your hair in the colder months. So you can do twist outs, braid outs, and bantu knot outs, to just, you know, to maintain a style for a longer period of time instead of having to do your hair, you know, every day or try to figure out a style every day. Those type of styles tend to last for a couple of days, so you don't have to continuously have your hands in your hair, which can also cause to frizz, and, you know, the ends get brittle and your hair starts to break off. But yeah. Next, if you are that type of person who likes to do wash and goes year round, you can. But if you do wash and go in the colder months, I do recommend using a diffuser. Just so you don't walk out of the house with like wet hair and causing yourself to get sick. So also, if you do opt to do any type of styling or wash and go, always make sure your ends are sealed with an oil, sealed with a product, just so your ends get as much moisture. Your ends are the oldest parts of your hair, so you want them to get the most moisture. So just make sure your ends are sealed. And if you find that your hair needs a little bit more strength, I would go for a protein treatment. Don't overdo it, because then protein treatments do tend to snap off the hair and break off the hair. So yeah. Also, you can wear silk line beanies to prevent hair and ends from friction. If I don't have a silk line cap, I would put like my silk bonnet on and then put a beanie over it, just so I can have some sort of protection between my clothing and my hair. Or you can opt with head wraps, you know, doing the turban, you know, the knot, the top knot, or, you know, like an African crown or whatever, for the ultimate hands-off approach. So that's it for natural hair tips for cold weather. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you learned something, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe so you don't miss out on any more natural hair videos or makeup videos or anything like that. If you have any video suggestions that you'd like to see in the upcoming months, please just make sure you comment below what is it that you'd like to see from me. And yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Constantly evolving, steadily